Are we up?
Yeah, we are. So,
Okay. So
so
today we
Assalamualaikum guys. Greetings everybody who's here. So, malam kita akan dengar a few sharings tentang property will strategy. So, kita punya matlamat adalah untuk didik uh, orang ramai kat luar sana tentang pelaburan hartanah yang mana orang tak nampak kat mana kebaikan dia. And apa yang kita share malam ni adalah cara yang terbaik untuk melabur hartanah. So for those of you yang interested, you guys can stay and kita akan upload video ni dekat YouTube juga. So stick around with us. So presenting me myself, my name is Farid and my Sifu, my partner, the one who's going to be the sharing, Mr. Alwin.
Yep.
We're both from Sanichi Property.
Yes. So yeah, thanks for the introduction. Obviously, we try to do more live streaming in the future with topics nominated by our followers or audience or customers, and of course to kickstart the whole discussion, I think property view strategy is something I get inspired when I was trading the stock market. Why? Because when it comes to buying shares, we always use a method of renting the stock instead of buying the stock with contracts. So this is why property itself can also be an approach that we can view it, so that we milk the profit as long as we follow the step-by-step approach from finding the right entry price, buying low, all the way to selling high, right?
Okay.
Just like buying low, selling high. So in our Sanichi way, obviously, we hope we can use this approach to help people build their wealth with property investment.
So
Okay?
you are saying that property investment is somehow like stock
Yes,
investment.
right. Yes.
Okay.
Especially you need to buy low and sell high, right?
Okay.
That's always the beginning and ending.
The concept, that's always the concept.
Yes, but along the way, of course, we will meet all sort of maybe obstacle, challenges, and everyone pace themselves differently, Sometimes I can be faster than you, or I may be slower than you, but that's not important. It's about how we compare with ourselves to see whether we achieve the wealth that we want, right?
Correct.
If I'm happy with 4 properties, then I will say, yeah, I will find my way to wheel it all the way to 4 properties. Then I'll say, good, I can retire.
Retire only with 4 property, yeah?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, if I'm happy with 4, I'm 4. Maybe you say, I start young, Like your
Maybe
age
I can get
compared to
more.
mine. You're 10 years before me. You say, I want to view it maybe 10 times, 1 year I can view it 2 times. I can make money 2 years. I can make money with 2 property in 1 year. So you just count yourself. You say, okay, probably I got 20 years to actually get a home loan down the road. I want to do it like 2 a year. How many can you do? Times 20, 40. Wow, you have 40 properties and you tell yourself, I want to hold all these 40 properties until I die. That's your goal, right?
Correct. So everyone, property will strategy in Malay, it's like roda hartanah, strategi roda hartanah. So it's basically cara ataupun procedure macam mana kita nak labur hartanah, yang mana roda tu akan berpusing daripada 1, 2, 3, 4 dan back to 1.
Yes. So let's show them the roda.
Okay, so this is it.
The roda. So as we can see, the roda, we have 4 steps to make it simple. First step is we are talking about how we can buy property as low as possible. That's why property is an asset. So we look at how to enter at a lower price or with rebates or discount, right? Everybody loves a bargain. So that's first step. Right? After that, you once you enter low, then you can tell yourself, okay, if let's say it's 500,000, I still want to build and save my property equity for more liquid investment. Why? Because better than putting in your piggy bank, right? You
Mm-hmm.
can park money in your property
Okay.
with a home loan attached to the property. So
Okay.
let's say I got a 500,000 property. So my loan is 400,000. So this
Mm-hmm.
400,000, as long as I got extra money, I can just repay my home loan, right? I
Correct.
can extra 100 ringgit repayment if I got extra money. If not, then of course I
Mm.
pay according to what the bank wants me to pay lah, right? So if I get a 400,000 loan, I want to repay 2,000. My obligation is to
Correct.
pay
Correct.
2,000 a month. So I just pay 2,000 a month. Okay. But every 2,000 a month I pay, of course, there's a
Okay.
bit that I contribute to the principal of the loan,
Mm.
right? So I build up the principal of the loan, and if this loan is a flexi loan, I can
Mm.
withdraw the money out also after 10 years, 15 years. So it's a bit like a saving account on top of a loan account.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why if I don't have any investment outside, I can just trade it as a saving account within my property itself,
Okay.
right? So
So
that's how I built the capital.
after 10
So
years,
only with capital, I can talk about diversified investment or multiply my income stream, because it
Correct.
forced me to
Correct.
save,
Correct. Correct.
right? If there's something that forces us to save,
Mm-hmm.
then it's a healthy habit. We keep doing it every month.
Okay. Correct. Correct.
Yeah, to maintain a good record also, right? The
Ha,
moment
that one.
you are late, what do you get? One in your CTOS report. That's not good for anyone, right?
even though it's just a small amount.
Yeah, correct. So
Very bad.
yeah, so that's why if you want to work on a property game, you need to have a bit of saving upfront. If not, learn how to build your income. Yeah, so that's why there is a forced saving for second step, and of course, before we talk about forced saving, if we have any bad debt, try to clear it first, right?
So you are saying so it means that the second point here, point yang kedua ni adalah point yang paling penting in this
Yes,
within these four, correct?
yes, correct,
Because this is how we maintain our financial status, correct?
correct, correct.
Okay.
Unless you have a very clear investment goal on other asset, like you say, oh, I can make 6%, then I go and take a personal loan with 4% interest, but I make 6%, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I still make 2% a month,
Mm-hmm.
and if I do that for 12 months, how much do I get? I still get 24%. So it's not too bad. I can cover my bad debt. I can still make some savings, you know. So it's all about investment knowledge.
Correct. Investment
Yeah,
knowledge.
that's our second point. All right. So
Okay.
of course, then we go to the third point. Third
Mm-hmm.
point is very much on holding your asset to grow your capital value. Why? Because if you buy the right property, any property that is right, you can open your eye today, and 10 years, 15 years later, you close your eyes and you open your eyes again. From 400,000, suddenly your property is 500,000 after 10 years.
Mm.
So that's something you earn when you are sleeping and you are working towards it, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's why capital value is such an important thing as a long-term goal. Why? Because our money will lose value every year if we hold it in cash. So we need assets that grow in capital value to help us hedge against inflation. That's the biggest challenge for anyone. Why? Because inflation is a concept whereby your nasi lemak costs 2 ringgit today, but 10 years down the road,
Mm-hmm.
your nasi lemak costs 5 ringgit or 7 ringgit or 10 ringgit, right?
Correct. Even last time it's just 50 cents.
Yep. So that's why we need assets that grow in capital value so we can hedge against inflation. So anytime in the future, we need to spend our money for our retirement, things gonna be different. So we can sell our property for our retirement, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the point number 3.
Point number 3.
Of course, this point number 3, the capital value can maybe grow in before you retire as well, right?
Right.
So it's all about your timing and your ability, and all the factors that we have discussed from point 1 to 2, right? So the ultimate game plan with property, of course, everybody say good properties you can hold forever. But for us, we are doing a view strategy. Why? Because we want to sell the property with profit. Then we can use the money earned to buy another property at the lowest price possible.
Correct. So more the margin will be higher for us.
Yeah. So we can have more property working for us to grow in capital value.
Yeah.
Right. So all these are properties that grow while we earn us that money while we are sleeping. That's the main goal of wheeling it, right?
Correct. The main goal.
Yeah. So this is why I consider this as a mindset of a framework for us to always plan ahead before we even take step 1, right?
Right.
All right. So that's how I define the concept of property view strategy. And let's look at how what sort of customer we serve in Sanichi, right? Normally, of course, we have government servant. They all like to have 4 properties. I'm not sure. I'm just being ambitious, thinking for them.
But they all mampu lah. They all mampu untuk dapat 4 if they do it correctly, right?
Correct. So that's why it's just also a framework. If they can plan themselves well, they start early in life, and first property they use 100% LPPSA loan. Then after they use their quota, they start to build that property by growing that value. Then they work on the second, the third property using 90% normal bank loan.
Okay.
And then the 4th property, I believe by then they should have Kawin, or they have a proxy, other sister or anyone. They can work together to invest in a 4th property after settling their first LPPSA loan, hopefully.
Okay.
And they use their LPPSA loan quota to get a second one. Right. So that's how they can set the goal for themselves, a challenge for themselves, and say, no, I'm gonna achieve this before I pension, right? Before I pension. So
that's right.
Yeah.
So it means after you pension, you have 4 property working for you.
Yeah, I mean, if they buy it right, they have 4 property working for them. Yeah.
Okay, hopefully lah.
It's about making the right decision in life, and sacrificing when they're young. Don't go for too much disco. Follow the MCO lifestyle.
MCO.
Kawin, also kawin one wife, love her, and then have more property. But unless the wife combine joint income and get more property together, go ahead, please. That's a good plan, right?
Better plan.
Better plan. All right.
Okay, Alvin. Let's proceed to the next one.
Okay. So of course, for government servant, their income grow over the years.
Okay.
So that's a very stable approach. So I think government servant, they have the advantage, right?
Big advantage, correct.
To prove to the bank that I'm a stable worker, I can get home loan. But for real estate investor, of course, if they want to get 4 property, so first 2 property is always 90% normal bank loan. Then the third property is 80% bank loan if they use their own name.
Okay.
It's a good thing. Why? Because less liability for them as well. And the 4th property is something they can leverage with their spouse, siblings' name to buy the 4th property with 90% a normal bank loan. Meaning they don't use their name, or they use other people's name. Yeah. They are the one who pay the home loan,
Right.
Yeah. So I always joke with those husband wife. I always ask the wife, your husband really love you or not? If your husband
Okay.
really love you, your husband put the property name under you, and
Uh-huh.
then they will pay the home loan, right? That's the ultimate test, right?
Yes, correct. The husband is willing to pay the even though it's under the wife's name.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So I always joke with them. I say, you ask for this first, then only you have children with them. Then it shows that this guy is really committed to you lah. He's all in already. It's like the poker game, all in, langsai.
It's more like committed to bank you.
Good way, right?
Okay, so the point is if we plan it well, kalau kita plan betul-betul, kita boleh dapat more than 3, even 4 property kalau kita plan betul-betul. Is that correct, Alvin?
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
Provided, of course, when you reach your fourth one, of course, the stress is there already, of
Okay.
repayment. So
Mhm.
either you must be someone who is capable of making the repayment,
Mhm.
or you're someone who knows how to make money through investment, right?
Yeah.
Or through any way lah, any possible ways lah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you must have short-term income to fund your long-term goals.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's all about financial planning from day one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Don't be what you call be fooled by property gurus who tell them you can buy lots of property and cash out money. No, I'm
Okay.
not into that. I'm more into a value. Are you buying with and getting a value out of the purchase, right?
Okay.
So if you can get some value from the view approach, then go ahead. It's a risk worth taking, right?
Right. Correct.
Okay.
So the point is kalau satu property tu memang terang-terang menjadi liability, so kita jangan ambil keputusan untuk beli property tu. Make sure to have a plan daripada day first lagi. Yang mana kita ada duit backup untuk bayar bila rumah tu tak dapat kita nak sewakan. Maksudnya kita kena plan daripada awal lah.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So that's why having a four property is everyone's dream. So it's all about having good advice. I always like to say when you invest in property, you must have an A team.
A team.
Yeah, A. It's not Alwin's team lah. It's you must have like accountant. You must have good tax advisors. You must have good real estate agent, good bankers, good lawyers, and also good foresight to see that this is a place where I buy, then the property can help me grow value and the capital gain that I want to help me. Right. So that's why if there's a chance, always start early in life. After 25 years old, I would say. Yeah, there's always that age from 25 years old onwards all the way till your pension. Yeah.
So the point is to mingle around lah, know people lah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's a journey, Yeah, you don't walk alone. If you walk alone, it's hard. You must open your eyes, go out and see.
Okay.
That's why if you read the news, of course, if you could read how Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump,
Okay.
she's for her, she married her husband, and her goal is during family meeting, is about going to do site visit on property.
Oh.
Yeah. So every weekend, that's their hobby. So they go out and shop and look at, let's say, I go to this area, Mont Kiara. Oh, okay. That's how they admire the property there. They get to know what's happening there. So yeah,
It's like a business trip, It's like a business trip.
Yeah, to them, they talking about property is their hobby, is their family talk.
That's good lah. That's good.
Yeah. Of course, not everyone likes that lah. Some people's family talk is about what? Avenger.
Yeah.
When are we gonna watch next movie?
Correct. Movie time all.
Yeah. So I guess everybody has different family time.
But it's a good thing about Trump families. Diorang tak banyak cash in hand, tapi diorang terkenal sebab diorang banyak asset. That's how diorang jadi successful lah about Trump families ni. Kalau you guys ada research pasal Trump families lah.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
of
a good
course,
thing to follow.
yeah, there's a good and bad side for their family. Don't 100% copy and paste their family. Now Trump is getting sued for some of his golf club investment that's not making money. So you can learn from all these mistakes that they make. And yeah, because for their family it's more they are taking a lot of risks in a lot of all these assets. Of course, if they make it, they make a lot. If they lose, they are bleeding their way to the bank, you know. Yeah, so you must have that fine balance unless you know how to make money.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's look at the next one. So buying a property, how to start that view, right? We talk about that view. So of course, we define our investment goal first, whether we want to buy for own use or investment, right? So I think we have this 10 years gap. I probably need to ask you, would you want to buy your first property for own use or investment?
I think it's always investment. The first property must be investment.
Okay, you prefer to buy under investment. So
Yeah.
How do you judge it at your age? What is good as an investment for you?
I think if the first the point one must be below market price. Must be below market price to the first one. So that I'm very sure that the property will go higher and higher.
Okay. What if you can't find any property that is below market value now?
I'm finding a good place to rent lah. To rent out. Equivalent to the repayment that I'm gonna be paying.
Okay.
Is that correct?
So can I say that you are going to find an investment property that pay for itself?
Yes, correct.
So let's say that you get a loan of 2,000 a month repayment to the bank. You hope that the property can generate a 2,000 rental income to pay the bank.
Yes, correct.
All right. Yep. I call that the price to rent ratio, which is on the right hand side.
Price to rent ratio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you I mean, a lot of people use this as a formula to compare how much they buy as a buying price versus the actual rent they collect. Right. So of course you compare Malacca and KL. So you notice that property price in Malacca is 500,000. You can get rented up to 2,000. That's quite comparable to KL, which you can buy at 700,000 for quite a similar property at 2-bedroom, we call it. Then your rental is 2,000. So you notice that 250 versus 350 times, the lower the number is, the better buying price you get.
Correct.
Yeah. So this is always a very common formula used by investor to compare price per their buying price versus the actual rent.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
And and of course you talk about investment just now. Consideration on your investment, I believe there are many factors involved.
Okay.
So everybody hopes that actual rent will increase over the years. Right? And of course, the only thing you can control now is what? Your buying price.
Yes.
Yeah. So the consideration you can look at is the length in holding a property. Like when you buy a property, how long you are willing to hold it. Right. And also the capital gain. Capital gain means that 400,000 today, is it going to be 500,000 in 5 years' time?
So that's capital gains.
Yeah, that means your capital gain is 100,000. 500,000 minus 400,000.
Okay, understood.
Right. There's this gain in your property while you're sleeping. So that's a consideration. And the third one is interest rate. So we talk about bank interest rate. Are you going to fix your interest rate or you're going to let it be according to market interest rate? So right now the interest rate is very low. because of the economy.
Yes, pandemic.
Right. Yeah. So if you have a lower interest rate, obviously you can consider yourself holding longer. Why? Because it's safer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And differences between mortgage repayment and rent, like what you say.
Mm.
Yeah. Those are the consideration I look at it when we buy a property, right? And this, of course, we compare with own use. It's something of a lifestyle matter. So own use, lifestyle, affordability, and preference. So we look at an example. All right. I have
Okay.
simple example only. If you buy for own use,
Mm-hmm.
assuming you're in KL lah,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a Malacca property that is worth 500,000.
Okay, 500,000.
So you want to buy this property for your own use, you can save 1,000 a month by lowering your cost of living staying in Malacca versus in KL. Would you
Huh?
do it?
Lowering the lifestyle.
Yeah. Because KL, even you rent a place here, you have to pay, let's say, 2,000 a month,
Okay.
3,000 a month. Okay, so you
Mm-hmm.
say, oh, I'm gonna buy a Malacca property at 500,000. So now instead of paying 3,000 rent in KL, uh, I will move to Malacca and I'll just pay 2,000 a month, and I'll use that property for my own stay,
Uh-huh.
and I'll probably try my best to make money in KL. Maybe doing an online business.
Okay.
Yeah, that means I sacrifice my job in KL or my opportunity in KL and just move to Malacca. Would I want to do that?
Yeah, you can always ask yourself that. You can always ask yourself.
Yeah. So that's why the consideration is about lifestyle, affordability, and preferences, right?
Yeah.
Unless I move to Malacca and probably I get a girlfriend who earn more than me. I don't mind that. Yeah, I earn 2,000. Let's say I earn 2,000 a month. I say, yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice a bit of my lifestyle, move there, and she make 3,000. I make 2,000. I can find a new job at a lower income, but both of us combined we make 5,000. Why not? I'm paying the
but,
bank 2,000, right?
but when she leave you, oh,
Because you love her, you tell her you're gonna start your property view strategy.
yeah. Okay, good idea. Good idea.
All right, let's look at the first point.
Okay,
Okay,
continue.
I think I just changed slide, so I think this is my old slide. Is it my
Check.
old slide? Because my new slide is not like this. Oh, it's my new slide. Okay, we haven't reached the view. So this is the right slide. So we talk about the background, yeah, before we start the view. So
Mm-hmm.
when we compare the government servant and the property investor,
Okay.
every time when they want to buy a property, they need to get a loan. So government servant will always consider LPPSA as their loan, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Main one.
yeah. So I guess some of my friends they they never get it because they don't know how government loan works. Just like how I get into this loan as well 2 years
Okay.
back.
Okay.
I have no idea how LPPSA work. Yeah.
Okay.
So until I see that, wow, or any of their income level, it all depends on their income level to qualify them for their Kelakar maximum.
Correct.
And they can do self-check online within 5 minutes.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So this is something I'm really jealous about it. Because
We all are jealous about it. There's a
yeah,
lot
we're
of
jealous about it.
advantages.
Yeah. And they can just go to the link and they can do a calculation and they get a report whether they lie or tak layak within 5 minutes.
Correct.
How
Correct.
good is that? For normal investor, we have to back the banker, look at our document, and that will go to the next point. We
Mm-hmm.
back the banker. If the banker look at our CTOS and say that, come on, man, why are you always late in paying your personal loan or your car loan? And we have a tool here. means that you are late for 2 months, or 1 year you're late for 1 month, then the banker will consider your case as 50-50. You know, not too motivated to submit to the credit officer.
So you are saying that it's harder to submit to bank lah.
Yeah, of course, because bankers will always do a initial, we call it screening.
Okay, screening.
Yeah, that's why CTOS self-assessment is such an important knowledge even for any property investor. Before you learn about property build strategy, please read up your CTOS and please look at it first, understand all the key points here. So I think I'll just roughly cover it. So it's printed free from Bank Negara anytime you like, or you can do it online now through CTOS website. So we'll leave the link at the bottom.
Okay.
And if you look at the sample slip here, there's outstanding credit, special attention account, application for credit.
Okay.
Okay. So outstanding credit is all the credit you own to the bank, whether bad debt, good debt, everything will be listed here. You can't run away. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is an example of a credit card. Outstanding balance is 3,000. The installment amount is 5,000. So monthly, on October, he's late for 2 months repayment. September is late for 1 month repayment.
I see.
Yeah. So the approval date is on 2006, and this approval date is on 2000. So rescheduled credit facility, it means that
refinance, is it?
Yeah, refinance under hire purchase.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a car. Yeah. So 8,500 is an outstanding balance. So total is 11,500. Yeah. So later we will cover more on the detail, how we see whether the credit report is good, bad, or really, really bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see together.
So special attention is very much on accounts that you owe to the bank that you didn't make any payment, you don't bother, so it will end up at a special attention account. It's like indirectly a blacklisting by the bank on your credit.
Okay.
Yeah. And application for credit is very much on your future credit, means things that are pending approval. So if you see anyone with this application for credit, means that the guy has applied certain personal loan or any credit from the banks, it will be stated here 2 months back.
So it means that the loan hasn't been approved.
Yeah, hasn't been approved. It's pending.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you ever want to apply a housing loan, so best you don't have any pending application for credit, because these are all very sensitive information that the bankers will consider when you apply a home loan. If you have, let's say, 3 personal loan that's pending, and you are submitting your document to me and say, Alwin, please submit for my home loan. The bankers will look at what are the future loans that will be approved under your account. You can't run away with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's best you plan ahead. Don't apply any application for credit when you apply for a home loan.
Okay.
All right.
Understood.
So all the collateral type, all these things, it's something that there's a code for all the loan that you have. And also there's a branch name, which the branch name will only show if you do self-check. You check yourself. Yeah. If we are the one who check for them, we can't see who is the lender due to Privacy Act.
I see. All right. Noted.
Yeah. So it's best if the investor want to educate themselves, they can check themselves on the CTOS. Okay. So we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah, that one. I really want to see.
So government servant, I think we have seen so many documents we come across. Good one, I would consider income is more than expense, right? I think that's the basic rule in life.
Yeah, correct.
Income or expense. Yeah, and you have some good debts or good saving record. And is a bonus if you have a joint name ability with your spouse or children to income to invest in property. So that means besides building your property portfolio, you are building your family portfolio, right? 2 in 1.
Correct.
That's very good. So that the bad one is always expense less than income, sometimes expense more than income, or it's just like not stable and no saving record. And potongan consists of a mix of good and bad debt. And some of them, we can still turn around their profile if they have property loan with a property that grows in value over time.
Okay.
And that's the mid-range, I call it. I think in terms of bell curve, a statistic bell curve, I would say 60-70% fall under the between the good and nearly the bad side.
Between the good and nearly the bad.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
I hardly see government servant profile on the good side. That's my take.
So
Yeah.
so
So
you
this
are
is why
saying
we
that
have this streaming session to share with them how they can prepare themselves ahead.
so most of them that you see is having the good almost the bad.
Nearly to the good, but mostly to the bad. Why? Because we in the industry, a lot of them got sold that personal loan is the ultimate game plan, to help them
Yeah.
cover or reduce their bad debt.
So we
Which,
are saying this about the government servant, is it?
yeah, correct. These
So
are all the
so
government servants.
jadi untuk semua government servant ataupun kaki tangan kerajaan. Jadi kebanyakan yang kita dah tengok mostly ke arah bad debt. Mostly ke arah the bad one. The bad profile.
Yes. That's why in
Sebab tu
Sanichi, we try to, tell them stop that and move to the good side.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah. And of course, the ugly one is obviously expenses somehow is more than income to a point they need to go to AKPK or they have bankruptcy record. They cannot pay all their bad debts, so they declare bankrupt.
So maksudnya the ugly one adalah yang dah terlalu banyak personal loan, terlalu banyak bad debts, betul?
Yeah, betul. Inability to repay. So AKPK, they go to them, they will reduce their money repayment to help them.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's something I call it ugly. Not something you want to be in.
Okay.
Right. So let's look at
Better
the example of a good.
avoid. Okay.
The good one I've seen, you can see, nice, right? Jumlah pendapatan around 7,000. Potongan around 2,500. There is personal loan, but still manageable. Gaji bersih 4,000. So the peratus is how much? 63%.
63%.
Yeah, that means more than 60% is okay lah, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. So the max loan kelakan for such profile is 540,000.
540,000
So
Okay.
bulanan pembayaran is 2878. Also depends on age and insurance.
Okay.
This is a teacher profile for a 30-year loan. If the teacher take this LPPSA loan, the teacher make a repayment of 2,878. The teacher still have 2,000 plus as gaji bersih. So that's pretty much I would say a maximum commitment for someone who have a good profile.
Okay.
Right.
Tapi untuk pengetahuan anda semua, tempoh pinjaman ni kita boleh extend sehingga ke 35 tahun. Betul, Cik Alwin?
Yeah. So this is 30 years because this example is the age has already reached 45. So she's not going to take any additional risk. So that's why she just takes 30 years.
Okay.
Right.
That's a good
and also 540,000, I think, is a very good amount that allow her to shop for many type of property.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So these are the good profile. We hope we can see more.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Why? Because we have good packages that can help them to, realize the step one, the cash out from day one.
So kita akan kita akan cuba untuk tolong sebanyak mungkin penjawat awam yang mempunyai profil yang agak kurang baik. Jadi kita akan perbetulkan daripada awal supaya rekod-rekod anda jadi cantik macam ni.
Yeah.
Betul?
Yeah, if can, perfect.
Yes.
So of course, bad, we call it the borderline, is what we see a lot in the market.
Okay.
This is a good example. 5,600 gaji pokok, and total up jumlah pendapatan 6,600.
Okay.
So then we have a gaji bersih of 3,809.
Okay.
So you can see the peratus gaji is 57%.
57%. So it's below 60%.
Yeah, but of course with this kind of pay slip, they can still layak how much? 495,000. Not too bad. So if they take up this loan, they are making a repayment 2,500. They left with 1,003. But because this is a good debt, so they just have to sacrifice their lifestyle for this, right?
Yeah, correct. Good debt.
Yeah. But of course, having said that, if they clear their bad debt first, they can go up to 720,000. Even better if they can clear their angkasa, their other debt.
Yeah, so
course,
maksudnya kalau anda mempunyai slip gaji yang macam ni, kalau kita tak ada angkasa, kita tak ada loan yang lain, kita punya maximum loan boleh capai 720,000. Betul?
Yeah, and this is a lifetime quota for any government servant, right? Up to 750,000.
Sampai sehari sebelum pencen, betul?
Yeah, and this jumlah pendapatan 6,600 is now. And every year they have an increment. So I assume the max loan can go all the way up to 750,000. So that's the reason why they should plan properly. Right.
So untuk para penjawat awam kena ambil kesedaran ni sekarang, kena ambil langkah ni sekarang juga. Kena perbetulkan slip gaji, apa yang boleh kita potong daripada awal. And kita dekat Sanichi Property, kita akan bantu sebaik mungkin untuk consult macam mana cara untuk kita buangkan bad debt tu. Supaya pay anda lagi cantik.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit like jual hutang ini dan ambil hutang yang baru yang tolong mereka.
Yes.
Right.
Jual hutang yang tu, jual hutang yang banyak ni, personal loan ni kita jualkan dia.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So you can see for government servant, if their record, they can borrow from LPPSA. Sometimes they are not aware. They go and take the personal loan. Their record is a bit koyak for normal bank. So this is an example for what we have seen just now. Okay. So they still have hope to get an LPPSA loan at 495,000. But when it comes to normal bank, they may not have any hope.
Understood.
Right. You can see it's very weak in the CTOS scoring.
Yes.
And you can see how many credit application they have. This is
tutup hutang.
Yes, they try to take the new personal finance to tutup the old finance. And it's quite fun to have all this money upfront, you see. This person have easily 200,000-300,000 on hand with the personal finance. And he's only making repayment of 1,600 a month.
Okay.
So can you see, with this 200,000, you are only paying 1,600. What are you gonna use with all the other money? Are you gonna spend it on unnecessary thing? So this is why I always ask them to check their outstanding balance to see if they have any spare money on hand. If they know how to make use of the money to do even a small investment, start with 5,000 ringgit. They can make, let's say, 5% a month. They can use that 5% to pay off this 1,600, right?
Right.
So it's very important for them to have such awareness. Not just take 200,000, then all don't use for kereta or whatever, right?
New car.
Yes, correct. Yeah,
A very very wrong move.
yes,
Jalan yang sangat-sangat
yes,
salah.
yes. But even for this client, we can at least still save him. Why? Because he has the LPPSA quota.
Yes.
Uh,
Sebab untuk pengetahuan semua, ada sesetengah personal loan tak masuk dalam LPPSA punya payslip.
yeah.
So it's a good thing lah. So kita boleh gunakan tu untuk tutup hutang-hutang yang lain.
Yes. Guna hutang rumah dan ambil sikit cash, then tutup your personal finance slowly.
Correct.
Okay. So later we'll talk about step 2, how we view it.
Okay.
So let's look at the final one. Of course, sorry. This is the summary analysis that we do to help them. So you can see there's payslip and also the CTOS. Like what you say, what appears in Angkasa, the 1022, appear
Okay.
in personal loan 1 and 2 in the CTOS.
I see.
But personal loan 3 and 4 doesn't show up in the government servant payslip.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Or the readings may be wrong. Why? Because every client is different. I'm just using this as an example to show them that whatever that appears in Angkasa will appear in your CTOS. But sometimes whatever appear in CTOS doesn't appear in your payslip.
Jadi maksudnya apa yang kita boleh nampak dekat sini, kuota yang kita still ada dekat slip gaji untuk gunakan pada LPPSA, jangan kita salah gunakan pula. Jadi kita patut gunakan peluang ni untuk tutup the rest, maksudnya personal loan yang lain tu. Kita patut potong yang tu.
Yeah. So at least if this person is earning 6,600 a month, he's a mid-level officer, the total debt is 4,800, at least he still have 1,800 on hand. Cukup makan lah.
Cukup makan lah.
All this personal loan, with the outstanding, I don't know what is he doing with all this 400,000 lah. Right. Think of it, right?
Maybe yes.
Don't tell me you take the 200,000 for first wife and 200,000 for second wife and you spend all. Right.
Go vacation lah.
Vacation.
Honeymoon.
Correct. Why? Because they didn't have a property views strategy. Mindset.
Yes.
Kesedaran
tu tak ada. Betul.
Yes. Okay. So we look at the really ugly one.
This one.
Earnings. This normally happen to those who earn 3,000 to 4,000 a month. Their financial planning knowledge is quite bad. I would say, the right person you mix with, the smarter you are with the money, with your own money. So 3,400, you notice that the gaji bersih is 1,000. The peratus gaji bersih becomes so low, 32%, less than 60%, right?
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? The next loan you can see is only 59,000. And LPPSA loan is for home loan. How can you buy a property with 59,000 home loan?
Memang tak boleh lah cerita dia.
Yes. People like this is they didn't plan ahead, so that's why they have already reached that level, but they have the quota of 386,000 on hand. They just cannot use it, sadly. Boleh tengok tapi tak boleh guna.
Betul.
So this is why you see a big difference. The bank LPPSA only say, I only trust you in repaying 297 a month. You cannot. I don't trust you in repaying 1,945 a month. No way, you can't do it because you are going to blow your budget.
Correct.
So,
tapi rugi. Sangat rugi.
Yeah. If they print their CTOS, this is always the example I've seen. Loan under debt management program, AKPK.
I see. AKPK.
Yeah, and all this personal loan financing is here. There you go. All this I show you is real life example.
Real people semua ni real people
We don't make up. Yeah, these people come to us for help, and we categorize them this way to tell them that it's a bit like cancer Which stage are you in?
So this
Ugly
is
one is like we shake our head and say, "You're nearly stage 4 cancer." So you either do a final surgery or you wait lah. You have to find someone to help you. Normally, ugly stage you need someone to help you.
correct.
Yeah, you cannot help yourself already. You are there already.
Betul.
Okay. So you see the CTOS score 528 is nearly at the worst end, the low tier. And I give you an example. This one, have you seen someone? This is the very interesting case I've received for real.
Okay.
A client who have how many car loan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 car loan under her own name.
7 car loan.
And she come and tell me, Alvin, I actually earn a lot of money. I would like to. I need your help to plan for 500,000 home loan. Yeah, and this is the document we receive. So sometimes you really don't know whether you want to laugh or you want to smile or you want to cry in front of the customer.
It's mixed feeling.
Yes, because they
Ayo.
are just ignorant and they just don't know property investment is about property view strategy.
Correct. Property will strategy.
Yeah. If they don't have that sense, don't even talk about, oh, Alvin, can you help me to apply a 500,000 home loan? It doesn't make sense.
Betul.
Yeah. So this is why I use all these examples to show people, it's a journey. They must plan from day one.
Correct.
All
They
right.
must
So
have the mindset lah. They must have the mindset.
yeah. While we take
Okay.
the first step, I was thinking we call a bit of a break so we can come back for it.
Okay. So you wanna end the stream for a while?
Yep. Just maybe take a 2 to 3 minute toilet break ourselves. Then we'll really come back to the view.
Okay. Sure. So we end the stream for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Be right back.
Be right back, guys.
Yeah.